Hello once again everyone, Starcraft InUse here, coming to you with a game between oGsMC and Apocalypse. Now oGsMC is indeed the one, the only from Korea, or at least I believe Korea. He plays on the Korean ladder anyway, so both these players are indeed Korean. And if my awesome StarCraft 2 ranked site does not prove me wrong, oGsMC is ranked 24 of the Grandmaster League with a 67.67% win ratio, which is kind of cool. Yeah, so that's oGsMC stats for you. You may remember him from the GSL tournament where him and Hydra were kind of, or was it MLG? Don't remember. But him and Hydra were going back and forth and getting really pissed at each other, and it's kind of funny. Hydra flipping him the bird and all that other fun stuff. And on the left side of the map over here, we have Apocalypse, and there are so many Apocalypses that I think I found the right one, but if I didn't, please forgive me. The one I did find was rank 1 of the Masters League, so he's not in Grandmasters, but he is rank 1, and he has a 50.56% win ratio, and is also playing on the Korean ladder. So, yep, if I was correct and found the right one, then cool. We definitely have two awesome players going to be duking it out. Terran versus Protoss on an awesome map. One of my favorites. I really kind of like Shakur's Plateau. It's very well balanced, I think. Every map is well balanced, but I just like Shakur's Plateau just because it's awesome and it can turn into a macro game, but it also has the potential to be a very quick game. So yeah, we got our players just kind of doing everything a little bit standard, you know, nothing too big has happened yet. I didn't spend as much time as I normally do going over the players' profiles, but we got this Marine that might be, nope, he chooses not to stay at the top of the ramp. Well, he chooses to stay at the top of the ramp, chooses not to chase after the probe. The probe peeking in, just trying to get that Marine to chase him just a little bit. And the Marine may be falling for it. Oh! Yes, he is going to move down to that second ramp. And the SCV doing a little bit of scouting, but he's not going to find out too much. I mean, he's doing everything pretty standard so far, oGsMC is. And probe going to be going for the bottom Zelnaga Watchtower instead of the top. Which I like because most players would go for this one, seeing how it is in more of the line of sight. But he chooses to leave the Watchtower once again and press forward with a Zealot, and may throw down a pylon somewhere down here, maybe down here, and then use the Zealot to get vision on the high ground and warp in some units. But Apocalypse not going to be falling for any 4-gate shenanigans. He's building a bunker and going to be well prepared to defend anything that oGsMC throws at him. And oGsMC knows this, so he's going to be sending his Stalker, Zealot, and Probe back. False. Not the Probe. Probe's going to stay, and he's going to continue to scout, because scouting is oh so ever important. And oh, we have a Reaper who's going to come up here and spot the Stargate, which is very critical. Now Apocalypse knows the Stargate's coming. He could be facing Fast Void Rays. He could be facing Phoenix. It's picking his units. Nice force field there to take out that Reaper, prevent him from doing any damage. How much damage did he do? 4 workers killed, which is pretty darn good, especially this early in the game. Because you think about it, this early in the game, if you've got 10 probes, I mean they're up to 20 and 22 now, but you've got 10 probes early in the game, and your opponent takes out one of them, that's 10% of your mining time just gone instantly right there. So that's very, very crucial in the early game to take out any amount of probes that you can. And even in the late game, just always good to get your opponent down to low worker amounts. Going to be switching off that factory with the tech lab, so the starport gets it pretty quickly. Maybe going for Banshees of his own? I don't quite know, but there is going to be a Void Ray out on the field, moving out with a small force as well. May put up a proxy pylon, seeing how Warp Gate is complete, and he does have another sentry just on the way. The sentry may stop at this ramp just to be able to force field it off if any counterattack comes, but no, it does not. It continues to go and follow with the general army. And This SCV going to be picked off, but he is going to get some crucial information that oGsMC is getting ready for a push, and so he's got a full bunker Apocalypse has, and he's even pulled some SCVs off the line preemptively just to kind of get him. Traps one Marine, gets a second. Well, got that one first, but yeah. Go for that one while you've got that one trapped. Going to be able to take out that supply depot easily and almost supply blocking Apocalypse. And yes, his Banshee is going to be on the way, and just a pain in the butt for the rest of the game to follow. And these SCVs able to keep this supply depot right at a steady no health loss, no health gain. And yes, oGsMC did warp in a pylon down here, so he's going to be able to keep the contain on Apocalypse very well, and is throwing up his own Nexus, if you didn't see over here in the minimap or on the production tab. Yes, he is throwing up his own Nexus. Apocalypse is in a really bad position right now. He's even got SCVs trapped under this force field, and they can't do anything under the force field. They can't even repair the force supply depot. But going to be nope, he is not supply blocked once again. But now Apocalypse has a Viking, and Viking versus Void Ray. I honestly don't know who would win that one. The Viking may, with Marine support for sure he would, but it's quite a big force that Apocalypse is going to have to deal with. oGsMC has stopped warping in units for now. He's getting a Phoenix, and that Banshee actually being able to do quite a bit of harass up here. Sorry I missed that. I was focusing on the main battle there. But let's see how much damage he did. 19 workers killed, so this is putting oGsMC back quite a bit. And not looking good for him, as if we look at the unit tab and get rid of that, we've got 21 probes to 29 SCVs. So even though Apocalypse is stuck in his main base, he's got his mineral line definitely pretty much fully saturated, especially with those mules being there and having nowhere else to go. But we got a robotics facility on the way for MC, and going to be sending back a majority of his forces, just in case Apocalypse does decide to push out. He's not going to lose everything. He'll just be able to do a little bit of damage, and yep, there it goes. There's no way those forces were going to be able to make it out of there alive. Apocalypse just had too great of a force. He salvaged that bunker, and is now ready to take his own natural. That Phoenix getting one kill. I don't quite know what it was up there that he could have killed, because he can't attack while lifting off with that graviton beam. But now just doing some scouting, moving around, almost getting taken out there. Phoenix have very low health for how much they cost. And now he's just going to be meeting up with his army, and he's got to get ready to defend against this big ball that Apocalypse has. His 75 supply to 60 right now, and using that Guardian Shield, trapping those Marines inside, but I don't think it was a good idea. Yep, GG's out of this game. Over pretty quickly. Apocalypse was able to come back from that one really well, even had a bunker on the way, and yep, MC just didn't have enough ground forces. He spent too much in his economy, and he lost way too many workers early in the game, and that is what good worker harassment can do for a player. So, good standard ladder game, I believe this probably was. And yep, Starcraft in use with another game. Be back soon with more.